Hello and a very warm welcome. Day 4 of the first test. In we go again. The last day of the first test. Testing starts next week again. Second test will be on Tuesday till Friday. A quick summarisation of today would be Robert Kubica returns to an F1 car. What a story, unbelievable. Norris spins off in the gravel. Charles Leclerc goes off in the gravel. Renault have a couple of problems but end on top of the timesheets. So, Kubica's amazing story. Wow. He was back in the car. He did 48 laps in the morning and then George Russell took over in the afternoon. Unbelievable story. Let's hope he can do himself justice. Lando Norris, the McLaren rookie, spins turn 5 into the gravel. The first red flag of the day. We've seen it time and time again this week. Cold tyres, turn 5, and then you get stuck. Albon goes top of the timesheets with a 1:17.6. Alexander Albon, the Toro Rosso rookie. Charles Leclerc goes into the gravel again at turn 5, but he continues. He gets away with it. He didn't get stuck. Kubica. Now, an issue happened. Lewis Hamilton was on a quick lap. Kubica had he was just going round really slowly. He had, the stuff on the car, on the front of the car, checking the aerodynamics and all that. Can't think what you call it off the top of my head. Hamilton comes up behind him on the fast lap, going into the chicane. Kubica 100% blocks Hamilton. If that was qualifying, it would have been a penalty, but yeah, it's testing, so no one cares. Then, lunchtime, it was a bit quiet, and then all of a sudden Hulkenberg pops in, goes fastest with a 1:17.3. And then, not so long after, a red flag caused by Nico Hulkenberg. He stops. He's only done 24 laps, so top of the timesheets, but only 24 laps for the Hulk. Renault, Ricciardo and Hulkenberg did little laps, worrying. And then right at the end of the session, Giovinazzi comes out the pits, he stops, a red flag. There's about 5 minutes to go. Then the session restarts, that was a red flag. Session restarts, Giovinazzi goes out again, another red flag. So quite a lot of red flags today. First one, Lando Norris. Second one, Nico Hulkenberg. Third and fourth one, Antonio Giovinazzi. And that, I'm going to have to call this video F1 testing day 4, Barcelona. Kubica returns, Renault on top, but have a few issues. Nico Hulkenberg P1 with a 1:17.3. Alexander Albon P2. Daniel Ricciardo P3. So Renault up there on the top, but not a lot of mileage. Bottas P4. Probably Mercedes' first day where they show a bit of pace. Hamilton is 5th. Charles Leclerc in the gravel, a lot of laps once again, P6. Lando Norris in the gravel trap, he ends up P7. Antonio Giovinazzi, who's been impressive, he's not made many mistakes actually, where others have. 2 red flags at the end of the session, he finishes P8. Romain Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen, P9 and P10. Pierre Gasly, after his incident on Tuesday, ends up 11th. Lance Stroll in, I nearly said Force India, Racing Point, Lance Stroll is P12. George Russell in the afternoon ends up P13. And Robert Kubica, the return of the underrated Polishman, 48 laps on the board, but he only did about 10 that was actually decent. The rest were just checking stuff on the car, etc. I'll do a quick run, seeing it's the end of the first test, we'll do a quick run through of the teams. It's only 4 days, so it's pretty hard to tell, but Ferrari, mileage, they look strong. If the race was tomorrow, Ferrari would be on pole and win the race. They've been phenomenal. They've easily done over 400 laps during the 4 days. Remarkable stuff, reliable, never had an issue. Brilliant. Mercedes, they've been consistent, mileage, no problems. Today was the only day where they really showed a bit of pace. Obviously they're not going to show their true hand. No one's going to do that. Williams, what can you say? They only got there on well, they only got out on track Wednesday. It's been a horror test for them. They really need to get the mileage in next week. A huge next week for Williams. Iconic team. They've been an embarrassment for years. Racing Point. What can you say about them? We've not seen much of Racing Point. They haven't got their full car there. There's not a lot of updates. It's not their full car that they'll be going to Melbourne with, so we haven't seen much of Racing Point, to be honest, so hard to judge them. Alfa Romeo, they've been very impressive. Giovinazzi did something like 150 laps today. Raikkonen's been doing over 100 laps. Alfa Romeo really could be best of the rest. They may surprise a few, Alfa Romeo. Haas F1, bit disappointing by their point of view. They have had a few stoppages, especially on day 3. They had 3 stoppages, easy for me to say. So yeah, I'd be a bit worried if I was a Haas fan. On to Red Bull, Honda. Now, with the Honda engine in the back, they've not had any issues, have they? Yes, Gasly hit the wall, but that's not an engine problem. Usually with Honda you see problem, but maybe they've got to the bottom of the Honda problem. Red Bull and Toro Rosso, same engine, they both look strong, no issues. Max has been in the car, Gasly, Toro Rosso second on the timesheets today. Kvyat was fastest yesterday. So McLaren, Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris, been a decent test for McLaren. Again, they've not had problems. I think Sainz had one issue on day... Can I find it? I've got my notes here. Sainz. It was day 1. Sainz had an issue. Norris was in the gravel trap today, but McLaren don't look that bad, but we're going to find out, aren't we, in Australia. And Renault end up top of the timesheets today. Hulkenberg and Ricciardo, one of the strongest driver lineups, but they didn't do many laps today. Yes, they were fastest, but where's the mileage? So yeah, and they've had a few issues actually. Daniel Ricciardo opens the DRS, the flap comes up, he ends up backwards in the gravel. Hulkenberg brings out a red flag today. So there we have it, all 4 days done. I will be doing the test next week. And what I loved yesterday is someone commented, I forget his name, but forgive me, on my video yesterday he said, you're the first person that I could watch a testing video about, and that's what that really impressed me. That made me feel satisfied because I react instantly. Testing finishes 5 o'clock in the UK, I react instantly. And for someone to say that, that's good. That's my video getting out there. Purely my reaction, no footage. Remember, no footage will ever be shown here. But that is 4 days done. Ferrari looking absolutely incredible. Join me next week on Tuesday, it is. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the second test in Barcelona. Wow. So first test is done, second test next week, and then the 16th of March, 17th of March, Australia, Melbourne, here we come. Wow. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments down below, we'll always reply, and I cannot wait to get this F1 season started. Australia, my lord.